part also we will cover. So after that, this any problem for anybody in hearing, in visibility, please let me know once again. Any type of problem, please let me know. Otherwise, I am continuing from this particular part. The screen is not so clear. The screen is not clear. The screen not clear. One second. Screen is blurring. One second. One second. Blur. Still, it is blurring. One second. Then I am sharing screen with you. One second. If it is blurring. Now you let me know. Is it clear or it is still blurring? Somewhat okay. So are you able to see properly, or it is means that the intensity of the blurring is very high? Means if you are able to see, then we can continue. Otherwise, if you are facing, is this screen clear to you? It's clear. Okay, so now I'm starting. Anyway, you will get the PPT. So if you are able to means that it is manageable, then it's okay, because that ultimately you will get the PPT. So that concepts I will explain you, so you will get to know. Okay, so I am starting. I am starting. My voice is audible or not? Okay, so we were discussing Assam gas leak. I was telling you how you have to approach the current affair part. Is it okay? Please let me know. We are getting late. audibility, visibility, is it okay? I think it may be some server problem because the intensity of the PPT is the same, which I was using yesterday also. Priyanka, Fayal, Paulomi, please let me know. Should I continue?
Yes, sir, you can continue. It's clear.
Okay, okay. So we were discussing, okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, so we were discussing Assam gas leak. I was telling you how you should approach a particular current affair news and what all the things you should study about that particular news. How you have to pick up the topic that is in news and how you have to study. You will get to know through this example. This particular example, Assam gas leak, it was news in June 2020. So I am explaining with the help of this particular example. So in this example, in this part, Assam gas leak, you have to study what is the location where this particular gas leak happened, which type of gas released. In this particular case, the gas was natural gas. What is the composition of the natural gas? What is the benefit of the natural gas? And natural gas is a type of conventional source of energy. So what is a conventional source of energy? What is non-conventional source of energy? What is the difference? In non-conventional source of energy, we will study what is shale gas, what is coal bed methane. In prelims question asked regarding this particular news. After that, we will study what is the location of natural gas worldwide. Means what all are the important locations worldwide important for natural gas. And after that, we will study what is the location in India. In India, what all are the locations important for natural gas? In this particular part, questions also asked in prelims examination. After that, that gas leak happened at a location that is near to Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. So you have to study this particular national park also, because that gas leak is very near to this particular national park, that is the Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. So we will study what all are the flora, fauna, which type of climate is there in this particular national park, any specific the flora, fauna, what is the IUCN status of that particular flora or fauna, any hills passing through that national park, any river passing through that national park. So that in Dibru-Saikhowa National Park is located in Assam. So that Brahmaputra River, that is making northern boundary of this particular national park. So it becomes important to know about what Brahmaputra River also, what is the starting point, what all are the tributaries of Brahmaputra River. That in prelims 2000, I think 17 or 18, a question were asked regarding the tributaries of the Brahmaputra River. After that, in this natural gas, how natural gas is transported, what is uplink, upstream, downstream, what is refinery. So how this natural gas is transported, that also you should study. After that, in that transportation, which all companies are working, means there are 3 steps: upstream, downstream. That particular news I will explain you, but which all companies like ONGC, Indian Oil Corporation, which all companies are working in this particular field, what is their that status, Ratna status, what is Maharatna status, Navratna status, which companies have Maharatna status, that you should know. So one particular topic, you have to choose that particular topic and you have to cover all the aspects of that particular topic. It should be your approach for current affair. How you have to approach that I will explain you by explaining this particular Assam GS League. You will get to know. We will discuss previous year's questions also regarding this particular topic, because I have told you 99% of the that previous year's question we will solve in class itself. So I am starting from the Assam Gas Leak. So first of all, what is the location? Where does this Assam gas leak happen? You can see the location is Assam. In Assam, that particular location is Bagjan well. This particular well that is located in Tinsukia district of Assam. Here this gas leak happen. Which type of gas released? That is the natural gas. It is very important. So this was the news Assam gas leak. It was in news in June 2020. Now what UPSC can ask? Nowadays UPSC are not asking directly questions. They are asking questions current inspired static topic. Current current inspired static part. You have to cover current part, but you have to cover that related static part also. Then you will be able to solve the UPSC questions which will be asked in the prelims 2021. Okay, so here the current part is Assam gas leak. Static part is that which type of gas. In this case, that gas was natural gas. So now we are trying to explain you what is a natural gas. In natural gas, it is the mainly it contains methane. Methane formula is CH4. Apart from methane, other gases are also there. Those gases are propane, butane, pentane, hexane, etc. Primarily, natural gas contains methane gas, CH4. Another one gas is LPG. LPG contains, it is a mixture of butane and propane. You have to remember this particular thing because a question was asked in prelims 2014. That question we will discuss later. Okay, so this particular natural gas, which primarily contains methane, is mainly it is available with the crude oil. ये आपका क्रूड ऑयल है. क्रूड ऑयल के साथ में या तो मेनली अवेलेबल होती है नेचुरल गैस, या फिर there are some sources, some locations where only natural gas are present. So if that particular natural gas, how this, sometimes that gas will be available with the crude oil and sometimes only gas will be available. So when the gas is available with the crude oil, then we will call it wet gas or associated gas. And when the gas is available, only gas, there is no oil, then we will call it non-associated gas or the dry gas. So wet gas, non-wet gas or associated gas, non-associated gas or dry gas. So these are some points here you can see. And one more thing, if in this natural gas, if it is containing hydrogen sulfide, then it will be called sour gas. Hydrogen sulfide, then it will be called H2S, then it will be called sour gas. And if it is not containing hydrogen sulfide, then it will be called sweet gas. So what I have explained till now, if oil and gas both are present, then it will be called associated gas or wet gas. If only gas is present, then it will be called non-associated gas or dry gas. If hydrogen sulfide is present in the gas, then it will be called sour gas. And if that hydrogen sulfide is not present, coal bed methane, if hydrogen sulfide is not present, then it will be called sweet gas. An example of sweet gas is coal bed methane. I will explain you this particular coal bed methane in further slides. So till now you have understood what is natural gas, what is wet gas, what is dry gas, what is sour gas, what is sweet gas. And in the market, This natural gas is sold on the basis of calorific value. So you should know what is a calorific value. So calorific value basically define the heat produced by that particular fuel. For example, a particular fuel A calorific value is, for example, this hypothetical number 100 kilojoule per kilogram. Calorific value is expressed in the form of kilojoule per kilogram. So for fuel A, calorific value is 100 kilojoule per kilogram. Another fuel B, calorific value is, for example, let's say 200 kilojoule per kilogram. Then for this particular fuel B, calorific value is more, so it will produce more amount of heat. So calorific value represent the amount of heat produced by that particular fuel by unit volume. Okay, you have to remember this. More the number of calorific value for particular fuel, more will be the heat produced by that particular fuel. And this calorific value is expressed in the terms of kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, so we understood some basic concepts related to natural gas. Now you have to understand that how natural gas is formed. Natural gas is formed like the same way the petroleum formed. You have studied in the geography section how petroleum formed. So natural gas and petroleum, the formation is the same. In this, but how millions of years ago that tiny marine animals and plants died and they were buried on the deep ocean, and due to high pressure and temperature and millions of years that marine plants and animals converted into natural gas and petroleum. So this particular part you should know that how natural gas is formed. I think you understood understood already. I think you have studied it in geography part also, because that petroleum natural gas. So if you have not studied, no issue. Natural gas is produced like the same way that that petroleum is formed. So how petroleum is formed? Millions of years ago, that marine plants and animals, these are the marine plants and animals, they died and buried in the ocean for millions of years. And due to that high pressure and temperature, this marine plant and animal converted into that natural gas and petroleum. So this particular basic thing you should also know, because which type of questions will be asked, we don't know. Now, what is the use of natural gas? Nowadays, if you have analyzed the prelims 2020 paper, then in science and tech portion, many questions were asked about the application part. What is the use? In which particular segment this particular thing can be used? So you should know what is the uses of natural gas. That is also important. Natural gas is used as a fuel for heating, cooking, electricity generation, industry, in the production of that materials such as paint, fertilizers, plastic, antifreeze, and many more. So some of the important uses you should know, that it is used in a cooking fuel, it is used that is in transportation in the form of CNG, compressed natural gas. So there is some benefits, and in this particular part, questions were asked in prelims 2018. Prelims 2018, I think 18 or 17, regarding the use of that CNG. One of the option was regarding this particular part, CNG. There were three statements. So one statement was regarding this particular part. What was the question? That I will explain you when other two parts I will explain you, then I will explain you that particular question. So CNG it have some benefits. It emit lesser amount of CO2 emission. It emits fewer greenhouse gases as compared to other source of fuel. Okay, and LNG is, that is liquefied natural gas, means natural gas when converted into liquid form, then it is called liquefied natural gas, LNG. So LNG also have some benefits. They emit less carbon dioxide, means less greenhouse gas emission. So there is a benefit of using natural gas over the other conventional source of energy. So you have to remember all this thing. One more thing, that ammonia. So chemical composition of ammonia is NH3. In this part, hydrogen is required. Ammonia is formed N2 plus 3H2, then 2NH3. So it required hydrogen. So this requirement of hydrogen is fulfilled from natural gas with the help of methane, because I have explained you that in natural gas, mainly it contains methane. So this hydrogen requirement for the formation of ammonia is fulfilled from the methane. You have to remember this also. In India, that power stations, we are using approximately 10% of natural gas as a fuel in India's electricity generation. This point also you have to remember. So till now, we have understood that in that particular gas leak, natural gas was released. What was the composition of natural gas? Which all gases contains in natural gas? What is sour gas? What is sweet gas? What is wet gas? What is dry gas? And now I have explained you what is the use of natural gas. After that, we are going to what all are the important location worldwide that where the natural gas is present. For example, you can see these locations. Location based questions are also asked in UPSC, and in location part in mains that particular question is also there. That's in main syllabus. One of the part is location of the important industries. Location of important industries. So what all are the locations where natural gas is found? So in the worldwide, Russia is the location. Russia is a location where the highest natural gas resources are found worldwide. After that, USA and other countries also there. So here you can see that this is the North Sea, Kara Brents, this is the Sichuan Basin, Sakhalin Island. It was in news because due to this Japan and Russia, it was in news. Sakhalin Island, Persian Gulf region. So what all are the locations that you should know where natural gas is found worldwide? Then for India specific, it is important because in one of the prelims, I think prelims 2017 or 16, a question was asked about the location of the natural gas. So what all are the location? One is the Cambay Basin, Kaveri Basin. For this Kaveri Basin, the question was asked in prelims 2020 also. Prelims 2020. That question was, what all national park are located in the Kaveri Basin? That was the question which was asked in prelims 2020. That question we will discuss when we will study that particular national park. After that, Krishna Godavari Basin, Pranhita Godavari Basin, Chhattisgarh Basin, Son Mahanadi Basin. Here it is the Assam Basin, Damodar Basin, Rewa Basin, Satpura Basin. So you should have some basic idea that what all are the locations in India where natural gas is present. So one question was asked in prelims. In that particular prelims question, the option was that Kaveri Basin. That what was the question? That I will explain you. We will solve that question later. So till now we have understood what all are the locations of natural gas present in India. After that, how this petroleum or natural gas is transported, that is also important, because UPSC is going not only in current part, they are going current inspired static part. So they are asking the question mixed of both the questions. If you have analyzed the prelims 2020, then many questions have four statements. Four statement questions were, there were many questions regarding four statement questions. due to that particular part, this year's prelims paper was very lengthy. So you have to remember, and this particular four statements, many part have related to static part, and some news was related to current part. So you should have mastery over both the part, current part also and static part also. In this year's prelims 2020, current question were less as compared to other prelims. But you cannot ignore this particular part, because in which year UPSC will increase the current part, we don't know. We only we can we can make our preparation comprehensive. So we have to cover static part also and current part also. For example, in prelims 2016, there were many current affair questions, 16 and 17. After that, the current affair part in 16-17, around 30 to 35 questions were from current affair section. Then they reduced current part. In this year's prelims 2020, very less number of current affair questions were there. But maybe in 2021, there were many more number of current affair questions. So that market strategy you don't have to follow. You have to basically stick to current and static part both. You have to mastery of both the part, current and static part. So if the paper will be dominating by current affair part, then also you can handle. And if the paper is dominating by static part, then also you can handle, because your this 2 years will decide 1 year. Again, that chance you will get after 1 year. So we cannot take any chance. Those 2 years should not waste your that 1 year. So your preparation should be that in holistic manner. So that's why I am trying to explain you how you have to cover the current part. So in this particular part, how this petroleum is transported. So there are 3 steps. One is upstream, another one is midstream, and last is downstream. Upstream part is the where all the location where this exploration and production happen, exploration and production. And the midstream part, from the exploration and production, this petroleum products, crude oil is transported. So that is the midstream part. And the third part, that is the downstream part, where the refining process starts. So these 3 steps you should know. Upstream, where the exploration and production of these hydrocarbons happen. Midstream, where these hydrocarbons are transported with the help of these pipelines, LNG terminals. And downstream, where the refining of these hydrocarbons happen and many products are obtained. So after that, if you should know what are the structure also, means which all companies are working. You should have basic idea, not you have to cram all the things. You should have basic idea. So with any type of question will come, you will be able to handle. For example, in Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, upstream part, that is the exploration and production part. There are many companies working in this particular part, that is ONGC, Oil India Limited, private companies also like KN India and Reliance India Limited. This KN India is located in Barmer, this of Rajasthan. And this regarding Barmer, this question was asked in prelims 2020. That question was related to Desert National Park. That Desert National Park is located in 2 districts. So yes, the statement was correct. These 2 districts were Barmer and Jaisalmer. So KN India, Reliance India Limited. So these all companies are working in upstream part. You don't have to remember all the things. You just have idea about all these things. Somebody is saying it's too blur. Okay, yes, it is too blurring. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, then I am again sharing to screen. Then take a break of 2 minutes, because if it is blurring and that communication will not be effective, then there will be no use of class. So I will again share to you that screen part, just 2 minutes. Now let me know, is it still blurring or somewhat improvement? Correct message. Same. Still blurring. Now, is it still blurring? Please let me know. Is it still blurring? Please let me know. This slide is clear. Now it's okay. So now we are starting from this particular part. So sorry for the inconvenience. There was some technical problem. So it was blurring. And next time I will try to take care of all these things. It is our first class, so there may be some problem. No problem. Okay. So we were discussing what all are the steps in the transportation of that natural gas, what is upstream, what is downstream, and what all the these companies were working in this particular part in upstream sector, downstream sector, and other industrial bodies. You don't have to cram all these things. You should have just basic idea about this particular part. Now we are going what all are the okay. So now we are going what all are the major oil refineries in India. That location also you should know, because sometimes questions is asked regarding the locational aspect also. The questions are asking about the match the following type of questions. So this location you should know. So what all are the important locations? That is, one is the Digboi, that is in Assam. It is one of the important location for natural gas uh, refineries in India. This particular slide is for oil refineries. What all are the locational aspect where the natural gas was present, that I have explained you in that in different slides. It is the where refineries are located. Okay, so Digboi, another one is in Bhatinda, Manali, Panipat, Bina in MP, Mathura, Vadnagar, and Jamnagar. It is also important. Mumbai, Mangalore, Kochi, Nagapattinam, Chennai, Tatipaka, Vishakhapatnam. It is also important. Kolkata. So this all location you should know that where the oil refineries is located. Okay. So now you should also know what the government means, which that acts and policies are currently running in this hydrocarbon exploration. So if you are aware about that, earlier the policy was NELP. Now it is the government has shifted to HELP. So what all are the features? One questions also asked regarding this particular policy, HELP policy. So HELP is hydrocarbon exploration licensing policy. So what all are the salient features? First is single license. Earlier in this NEL policy, there were different license for different hydrocarbon to explain. But in this HEL policy, same single license can be used to explore conventional as well as non-conventional hydrocarbon resources. So this is the improvement, single license. Another one is open acreage policy. So what is open acreage policy? Earlier in NEL policy, the provision was that, for example, ये हाइड्रोकार्बन की एक साइट है, इस साइट पे हाइड्रोकार्बन को एक्सप्लोर करना है, तो इसके लिए गवर्नमेंट अपनी बिडिंग प्रोसेस स्टार्ट करेगी। बिडिंग प्रोसेस के टाइम पर ही ये पर्टिकुलर कंपनी ए उस हाइड्रोकार्बन की बिडिंग के बाद में ही, जब बिडिंग की गवर्नमेंट जब डेट्स अनाउंस करेगी और बिडिंग प्रोसेस के बाद में ही इस पर्टिकुलर साइट्स को एक्सप्लोर कर सकती है। बट नाउ व्हाट इज द इम्प्रूवमेंट, दैट फॉर एग्जांपल दिस पर्टिकुलर कंपनी वांट टू एक्सप्लोर दिस पर्टिकुलर हाइड्रोकार्बन, तो वो क्या कर सकती है, गवर्नमेंट को अप्रोच कर सकती है कि हम इस पर्टिकुलर हाइड्रोकार्बन ब्लॉक को एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं, तो गवर्नमेंट उसकी बिडिंग प्रोसेस स्टार्ट करेगी और उसके बाद में कंपनी कर सकती है जिस उसको जो एक्सप्लोरेशन कर सकती है। तो इट इज द ओपन एक्रियस पॉलिसी, ऑप्शन टू सेलेक्ट द एक्सप्लोरेशन ब्लॉक्स विदाउट वेटिंग फॉर फॉर्मल बिड राउंड। फॉर्मल बिड राउंड से पहले ही कंपनी खुद ही गवर्नमेंट को अप्रोच करके अपनी ये इसका एक्सप्लोरेशन कर सकती है। नेक्स्ट इज रेवेन्यू शेयरिंग मॉडल। It is the provision of HELP policy. Revenue sharing model means whatever will be the revenue. For example, this is hypothetical number. This is 100 rupees hypothetical number, and that revenue sharing is, for example, 15%. So whatever will be the revenue, government will get the revenue sharing, not the profit sharing. In that NEL policy, the provision was profit sharing, but now the provision is revenue sharing. So, and another one is pricing and marketing freedom. So this pricing and marketing freedom is provided to this exploration companies. So these all are the salient features of HEL policy: single license, open acreage policy, revenue sharing model, and pricing and marketing freedom. So you should know this particular part also. After that, I have told you that this gas leak happened near a national park. That national park was Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. Now I am telling you how you have to study a particular protected area network. For example, this particular protected area network means national park, wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserve, such many more. For example, if I talk about national park, how you have to study? You have to study what is the location of national park, what is the climate of that particular national park, any river, important river passing through that national park, any important hills located around or in that particular national park, and any flora and fauna. What all important flora and fauna present in that particular national park, and what is their IUCN status, and if any important characteristic. In this particular way, you have to approach the national park, because now the questions are not directly, questions are means comprehensive coverage. They are linking many aspects. Sometimes they are linking national park and hills aspect. Sometimes they are linking national park and river. Sometimes they are linking national park and location, national park and climate. Sometimes they are linking fauna. Sometimes linking with the IUCN status. Sometimes linking with what are the characteristics. So in this way, you have to prepare this protected area network part. And mostly those national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, those are in news. They become very important for the prelims examination point of view. At the end, I will tell you what all national park and wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserve you have to prepare. What all the national park were in news for 1.5 years. That list I will provide you at the end of, not in this particular class, at the end of this environment module, that then I will provide you the list that for this year's prelims, this particular list is very important, that you have to study holistically, because there are many national park, more than 100 national park, so you cannot remember all the things, but that national park which is in news, and that national park you have to cover comprehensively. Okay, so there now the national park is Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. So first aspect is where this particular national park is located. This national park is located, this is the location where in the state of Assam, this national park is located. First part is Assam. Here you can see this is the national park, Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. This Brahmaputra river is coming in this direction. Here it is the another national park, that is the Kaziranga National Park. Here Orang National Park, Manas Wildlife Sanctuary. This Manas Wildlife Sanctuary, in many questions, this particular options repeated many times. When we will solve the questions, then I will let you know that how the questions are, that options are repeating, particularly related to this protected area network. So this Manas National Park has repeated almost 3 to 4 times, that I will let you know. So this all are the location, important national park located in Assam. There are many more also, but right now our topic is Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. So I am discussing this particular part, the Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. So we understood that location of the national park is Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. Now this particular national park is not only a national park, but also biosphere reserve also. So how many biosphere reserve are there in India? What all the important that characteristic and important flora, fauna, that we will discuss one by one. Means that particular, right now this particular national park or biosphere reserve is in news, so we are discussing this part. Slowly, when in static part, we will discuss all the biosphere reserve. Okay, so in the first we understood the location of the national park is in Assam. One important thing, that Brahmaputra and Lohit rivers, they are in the north, and Dibru river is in the south of this particular national park. For example, this is the national park. In the north, Brahmaputra and Lohit river, and in the south, Dibru river. Now you have to go to geography section, what is the originating point of Brahmaputra river, what all tributaries are for Brahmaputra river. This Brahmaputra river is very important for prelims, because in prelims 2018 questions was asked regarding to the tributaries of the Brahmaputra river. So what is the Lohit river, in which states this particular river is flowing, that particular part you have to cover through geography section, where what is that particular states when Dibru river is flowing. For my concern, here the Dibru-Saikhowa National Park, in the northern part is Brahmaputra and Lohit river, and southern part have Dibru river. It is an important fact. And here that the tree, Salix tree is available. Here you can see in the image, this Salix tree is found in this particular national park or biosphere reserve, that is the Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. And one important species, it is very important, golden langur. So this is a golden langur. So it is very important. So if it is important, then you have to know that what is the IUCN status, what is the CITES status, what is the Wildlife Protection Act status. So for this golden langur, the IUCN status is endangered. What is IUCN? What all are the status? Critically endangered, vulnerable. This particular static part we will cover in static section. What is CITES? What all are the appendices? That we will cover in static part. What is Wildlife Protection Act? What all are the features, means which thing is under the Wildlife Protection Act? What all are the schedules in Wildlife Protection Act? On schedules, in this year's prelims questions were asked. In 2017 Wildlife Protection Act, the question were regarding Schedule 1. 2 questions were there regarding this particular Wildlife Protection Act in prelims 2017. In 2019, one question was also there regarding this national park. And in this year's prelims 2020 question were regarding Schedule 6. So this particular act, Wildlife Protection Act and Environment Protection Act, these two acts are very important, and we will cover each and everything about these two particular acts, which are very important in our static part because it is current class. So for golden langur, the IUCN status is endangered. For sites, it is listed in Appendix 1. Appendix 1 means highest protection. For Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it is listed in Schedule 1. Schedule 1 means highest protection. There was Schedule 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the features of different schedules that we will cover in a static part. Okay, so for Golden Langur, endangered sites, Appendix 1 and Wildlife Protection Act, Schedule 1. Which type of forest is available there? Semi-evergreen forest, deciduous forest, littoral and swamp forest, patches of wet evergreen forest. So what is the characteristic of this type of forest that you have to cover from the geography section? Because in geography, the different climatic region you will study, different type of forest you will study. So that you have to cover from that particular section, geography section. But the questions will coming interlinking. So that geography part, when you will able to understand properly, then it will help here also. Okay, and it is identified as important bird area. It is notified by Bombay Natural History Society. What is this Bombay Natural History Society? We will study later. One questions was also asked. We will solve that question also. Okay. Apart from this golden langur, the white-winged wood dogs that you can see in the image and feral horses, they are also available in the Dibru Saikova National Park. For each and every species, you cannot remember that IUCN status, Wildlife Protection Act, schedule, sites. Only important species you have to cover, because if you will try to remember all the things, then that cost benefit ratio will be very less. Always you have to invest your time in such a way that minimum input and maximum output, that cost benefit analysis ratio should be proper. You have to keep this mind, because time is very limited. Sometimes you will feel that I will master this particular part, but you will master that particular part, that what is the weightage of that particular part, one question, two questions. So if you are devoting so much of time for that particular one or two question, then it will be not be a good strategy. Your strategy should be minimum input, maximum output, because here you have to qualify the exam oriented study you have to do, not according to your interest, exam interest. Okay, so this particular national park located, we have one more thing. Near this particular national park, one wetland is also available. That wetland, so now we have to cover that wetland also, and that wetland is Maguri Motapung wetland. So for example, this particular question asked Pakhui Wildlife Sanctuary. Pakhui Wildlife Sanctuary located in which state? Anybody know that it is located in which state? If you know, then please comment. I want to know. This question was asked in prelims 2016. Pakhui Wildlife Sanctuary. If anybody know, please let me know. Someone is saying Himachal, someone is saying Assam or Arunachal, either Assam and Arunachal, and this both Assam and Arunachal both were in option. Okay, so this particular wildlife sanctuary, it is located in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh. So like that, this question, direct question, it was direct question. It is asked in prelims 2016, that where this Pakhui Wildlife Sanctuary located. It is located in, it is not Andhra Pradesh, it is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, now like that, in the same way, the questions can be asked regarding the Maguri Motapung wetland, because you have not heard about this particular wetland, but this particular wetland become important because that gas leak happened nearby this area. So you have to remember this part also, Maguri Motapung wetland. So it is 10 kilometers from Dibru Saikhowa National Park, and Dibru Saikhowa National Park is located in Assam. So this particular wetland, Maguri Motapung, this wetland is also located in Assam. Why here word is there bill. Bill is used for in local language. Lake is called bill in Assam. Okay. So this name Magur, it comes from the catfish Clarius batrachus. So you have to know only the name Maguri Motapong wetland. No important flora, fauna available in this particular wetland. So no worry about that particular part. If important flora and fauna is present there, then you have to cover. Okay. And it is identified as important bird area by the BirdLife International. So now it becomes important to study what is BirdLife International. Earlier, that Dibru Saikhowa National Park, that was notified important bird area by Bombay Natural History Society. So we will cover both this topic, BirdLife International and Bombay Natural History Society. And one question was asked regarding this part in prelims also. That question also we will discuss. So this particular Maguri Motapung wetland, it is located in the south bank of river Dibru River. Okay, so it becomes important. And this Dibru River is a part of that Brahmaputra River channel. What all are the important tributaries of Brahmaputra that you have to cover from geography section. Here you can see in the image Dibru Saikhowa National Park and this Maguri Bill. Bill, I have told you that locally lake is called Bill, and this is the oil field. Bagjan Oil India Limited, this is the oil field where this gas leak happened, natural gas leak happened. So you should know all these things. Now I have told you that it is designated as important bird area by BirdLife International. So it becomes important to cover this body BirdLife International, and after that we will solve the question which asked in prelims 2014. Okay, so what is BirdLife International? First of all, you should know what is this BirdLife International. It is the logo of this particular organization. In the name itself, it is a bird is mentioned, and in the logo also bird is mentioned. So you can imagine means that it will be something regarding to bird conservation. Okay, conservation of the birds, not only birds, but in the means holistic that environment in which the birds are situated. That particular environment conservation is the focus area of the BirdLife International. So it is a global partnership of conservation organization that strives to conserve birds and their habitats. So it is not only conserving the birds, but also they are conserving their habitats also, global biodiversity also, and they are working with peoples towards sustainability in the use of natural resources. So for this particular organization, if the statement is like that it works only for the conservation of birds, then it will be wrong, because not only birds conservation, it works for habitat conservation also and global biodiversity also. And it is the world's largest partnership of conservation organization with over 120 partner organization. And this particular part is very important, that BirdLife International is the official red list authority for birds for the IUCN. आपको पता है IUCN जो है रेड लिस्ट के अंदर डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज है, क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड, वल्नरेबल, कौन सी स्पीसीज किस पर्टिकुलर कैटेगरी में है वो उसके डिपेंड करेगा कि उसकी थ्रेटन स्टेटस क्या है. सो BirdLife इंटरनेशनल है, बर्ड्स की कैटेगरी में रेड लिस्ट में किस कैटेगरी में आएगा ये वर्क करता है, ये किसके द्वारा असाइन किया जाता है? बर्ड लाइफ इंटरनेशनल के द्वारा। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है। IUCN के अंदर ही जो बर्ड्स के रिलेटेड रेड लेटर जो लिस्ट है उसको प्रिपेयर किया जाता है बर्ड लाइफ इंटरनेशनल के द्वारा। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है। IUCN पे क्वेश्चन आ चुका है प्रीलिम्स आई थिंक 2015 में, ठीक है, उसको क्वेश्चन करेंगे। IUCN व्हाट ऑल आर द डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज and what important animals and plant in those categories we will discuss in that particular static part. Okay, so important bird and biodiversity area program, it is the flagship program of the organization, this particular organization, Bird Life International, and one name was Bombay Natural History Society. So this Bombay Natural History Society, it is the partner organization in India. So this BirdLife International is working on worldwide. For India particular, the partner organization is Bombay Natural History Society. Okay, so you have to remember this thing. Now you can solve this question. This question asked in prelims 2015. Please let me know what will be the correct answer. First you study the question properly and then mark the correct answer. Read each and every statement properly, then mark. So the question is, with reference to which option is correct? Okay, okay, yes. Now we are solving with reference to an organization known as BirdLife International. Which of the following statement is are correct? Okay, BirdLife International. First is, it is a global partnership of conservation organization. It is a global partnership of conservation organization. Yes, it is correct. So this particular statement is correct. So statement 2 is wrong. The concept of biodiversity hotspot originated from this organization. This particular statement we don't know right now. It identifies the sites known referred to as important bird and biodiversity areas. Yes, we know that this particular sites is referred as important bird and biodiversity areas by BirdLife International. So this statement 3 is also correct. So 3 is also correct. So this particular statement is wrong. Now our confusion is between option C and D, and this all depends on this particular statement too. Till now we have I have not explained you that this biodiversity hotspot. We will cover this particular portion in static section. Right now I am telling you just that this particular concept is not related to this organization. This particular concept is given by Norman Mayer. So this statement is wrong. It is not originated from this particular organization. So statement 2 is wrong. The correct answer will be C. So this type of questions are asking in prelims 2015 regarding the BirdLife International. Another organization was what is biodiversity hotspot? What all are the characteristics what are the features. There are two features, specific features. On the basis of that, a particular site is designated as biodiversity hotspot. What all this particular thing is, I will explain you in that static part. Okay. So right now you just remember that this particular concept was not originated from BirdLife International. Next body is Bombay Natural History Society. So this particular body, it is founded in 1883. This particular body was in news in approximately 8-9 months ago. So for this year's prelims, it becomes very important. It is founded 1883. You can imagine Congress is formed in 1885. That freedom struggle. If you are able to remember, that Congress is formed in 1885 December, and this particular organization, it is formed before Congress 1883, and it is one of the non-governmental organization. Very important. It is an NGO in India engaged in conservation and biodiversity research. It is for the purpose of conservation and biodiversity research. This particular NGO, which was established in 1885, is working in the field of conservation and biodiversity research. That is the Bombay Natural History Society. Okay, and it supports many research efforts through grants and publishes the journal of the Bombay Natural History Society. To one important fact, that ornithologists, means those persons which are working in the field of birds area, those are called ornithologists. Salim Ali and S. Dillon Ripley, these two personality you have to remember, important. These two personality are also associated with this particular Bombay Natural History Society, and it is the partner of the BirdLife International in India. I have told you that BirdLife International is working on worldwide level, and in India, this Bombay Natural History Society is a partner organization of BirdLife International, and it has been designated as Scientific and Industrial Research Organization by the Department of Science and Technology. It is designated as Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, and its headquarters, in the name itself, it is the Bombay. So it will be easy to remember that headquarters is in Mumbai, and one of the regional center is located near the Chilka Lake, that is in Odisha. Very important. So one questions was asked in prelims. What was the question? You can solve this question. This question was asked in prelims 2014. Please, what will be the correct answer? One second. Let me know. Comment in the comment section. What will be the correct answer? Take your time, but question should be, you have to do correctly. What will be the correct answer? Okay. So with reference to Bombay Natural History Society, consider the following statements. Statement is, it is an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Environment and Forest. It is not an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Environment and Forest. So first statement is wrong. So if we remove the first statement, then option B and C are remaining. Second statement is, okay, it strives to conserve nature through action-based research, education, and public awareness. Now, this particular statement was not in the slide, but you can interpret that Bombay Natural History Society is working in the field of environment conservation. So it is trying to conserve nature through action-based research, education, and public awareness. So if we can interpret from this particular Bombay Natural History Society that this statement should be correct, because this body is working in the field of environment conservation. So these steps they will follow. So this second statement is correct. Third is it organizes and conduct nature trails and camps for general public. Yes, it conduct and it try to create the awareness about the nature conservation. So this statement is also correct. So these two statements is type of application based, interpretation based. Means in prelims, I have earlier I have told you that whatever level you will study, correctly you will know 50 to 55 maximum. Maximum or not 50 to 55, 45 to 50. That short question you will know that exactly what will be the answer. Those questions will be 45 to 50. After that, you have to develop that analysis, that application based. That application based means that whatever knowledge you have gained, that knowledge application you should know. So that particular part will come through the practice. So practice of question is very important, and practice of previous year's questions is more important than practice of any other questions. That's why I am including the previous year's question, because if you are studying in a haphazard manner and questions are not asking the way you are studying, then there will be no use of studying in that particular way. You have to study according to demand of UPSC, and that demand you will get to know through the previous year's question. So in this particular part, the answer will be option C, 2 and 3. Somebody commented that I always confused with the ministry, that it is a difficult type of exercise. Means that for that you can follow this particular thing, that for example, you take any one particular ministry, let's say Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, and then write all the important missions, all the schemes of that particular ministry in that particular that one page. You write down all the important initiatives, important schemes on one page itself, and then try to at least see once in a day, means for just for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever time you can allot, just for once, because this exercise will take time. You will not be able to remember the thing in a means of in a very less time. It will take time. So you have to practice daily also. Daily in the sense 5 minutes you have to allot. You have made once you have made this particular list that all this initiative are related to this particular ministry. Then today you revise Ministry of Science and Tech. Next day Ministry of Environment and Forest. Slowly and slowly, slowly and slowly, when you repeat the thing, this is the only way. Otherwise, the confusion is natural. This confusion happens with everybody. But this repeated revision, you will be that confident that yes, this should be the particular ministry. Okay, there is no other way for this particular exercise, and for that location question also. This location based questions are also coming in exam, like this particular where is this sea located, where is this particular lake located, desert located. So that location question also, it will take time. You just allot 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, whatever you can allot, and you focus on that one particular area in the map. For example, if you are starting from the world map, then take only one thing at a time. For example, you have taken the area of Indian Ocean, then in that particular day you should know all the important location of that only Indian Ocean. But remember that what is, if the Tropic of Cancer is passing through that, equator is passing or not, the Tropic of Capricorn is passing or not. Once that small exercise, for example, today you have taken Indian Ocean, some other day you take another, that for example Red Sea, then this small time you will allot na, then only you will be able to solve this location based question. For you, if you thought that in the end time I will allot 2-3 days, it will not happen. Frankly, it will not happen. Yes, if you are optionally geography and you have studied that part in that geography part thoroughly, then that is different thing. For if you are optional is not geography, for those people I am saying that you should allot this 5 minute, 10 minute for those very means factual type of thing. Okay, so now we start that. Okay, so our part is next question is I have told you that this Brahmaputra river is in news due to this gas leak because that Dibru-Saikova National Park is located in the northern part. Brahmaputra river is flowing. So from geography part, you have to comprehensively cover this Brahmaputra river. This Brahmaputra river is coming from here. For just for reference, I have included this map. This particular river is flowing through this part. Drainage system you have to cover from geography section. What all are the important tributary? Because in prelims, I think 2017 or 18, a question was about tributary of Brahmaputra river. So important tributaries you have to remember, like for example, here you can see Lohit river, Dhansri river. Here you can see this Kameng river, Manas river, and this Tista river. So all this particular section you have to cover from geography part. Now in this particular image also, you can see the important tributaries of the Brahmaputra river. Here you can see, this is the Dibang, Lohit, Burhi Dihang, Siang river, Subansari, this and then this Manas river, this Tisa river, this Kopili river, Dhansiri. So these are all important tributaries you should know. For example, if river is coming from this direction, then that part will be right bank tributary and this will be left bank tributary. If river is flowing in this direction, then it will be right bank tributary. This is left bank tributary. If river is flowing in this direction, then it will be right bank tributary and it will be left bank tributary. Means the right and left is decided according to the flowing of the river that you already know. Okay, so now we understood that this natural gas leaked in that particular Assam gas leak case. So now we are going to unconventional gas reserve. In this, we will study what is shale gas and what is coal bed methane. Because topic you have to cover comprehensively. Otherwise, there will be no use of, because questions are coming very comprehensive way. So you have to cover, you choose one topic and then you cover all the aspect of related to that particular topic. Here the thing is, what is permeable? This is the permeable rock. This raw, this the water can flow through this in this way. It is a permeable rock. Another one is impermeable. A substance that liquid cannot flow through, that is called impermeable. Okay, so this basic thing will be required in this particular section. What is unconventional gas reservoirs? Two type of gas reservoirs, one is conventional and another one is unconventional. Conventional, one second. This conventional gas reservoir, that is the oil and natural gas, is found in permeable sandstone or permeable rock. What was the meaning of permeable, that I have explained you. But this unconventional gas reservoir, that occurs mainly in unpermeable sandstone or impermeable rocks. Okay, so due to this part, this unconventional gas reserve required more technology to explore those resources. So it is more expensive to exploit the resources. Which type of resources? Unconventional gas reservoirs. So for example of unconventional gas reservoirs are shale gas and coal bed methane. In prelims, question was asked in both the gases. I will solve this question, but first we will understand what is the shale gas and what is coal bed methane. So here you can say that these conventional gas sources are at less depth, but these non-conventional sources, that is the shale gas and coal bed methane, unconventional gas sources are at higher depth. So depth is more than that. For exploration of those resources, more technology is required. Okay, so that we are going to shale gas. What is a shale gas? Shale gas is a natural gas. that is found trapped within shell. Cell, what is a cell? Cell is a type of sedimentary rock. Okay, what this all type of rock, type igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, that part you will cover through geography static part. Okay, so shell gas is a type of sedimentary rock, and shell gas is a natural gas, and it is found in a shell, and shell is a type of sedimentary rock, and this gas mainly consists of methane. Very important. Mainly it contains methane. Methane means CH4, but in a small amount it also contains carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and other hydrocarbons also. Important fact. It mainly contains methane for shale gas. And how the shale gas is explored? First of all, this drilling happen. This is vertical drilling. Vertical drilling. And then horizontal drilling. For example, this is the surface. Here the shale gas source is available. So let's say you started the drilling from this particular part. So you have done drilling through this point, and then you get to know that this shale gas is at this particular location. And here you cannot do drilling. Maybe some reason, some the rock structure is like that, or maybe anything that you cannot do directly drilling from this part. Then you started from this part. Then now you are moving in horizontal direction. This is vertical drilling. This is horizontal drilling. So now after the drilling, now you reached to the source of the shale gas. Now you will, what will you first inject? You will inject the water, some chemicals, and sand. And when this thing is injected inside this well, then the shale gas will be released. And this particular method is called hydrofracturing or fracking. You have to remember this term, because sometimes questions is very simple question is asked. For example, a question asked in prelims 2000, I think 11 or 12. What is oil japper? Oil japper. What is oil japper? The question was that recently a term oil japper was in news. What is it? Now it is a type of bioremediation technique. So that's oil spill. It is in news in this years also, because in this years Russia's in Russia that oil spill happened. What was the reason and what that particular topic, we will discuss that later. But to remove the oil spill, we will use this technique, that is the bio oil japper. It is a type of bioremediation technique, means with the help of bacteria this oil is removed. So the term oil japper asked in prelims 2011, 11 or 12. Like the same way you should know what is hydrofracturing or fracking. So the questions may be asked like that, that recently the term hydrofracturing is in use. What is it? And the four options may be that it is the type of highest dam situated in Bhutan, or like that they can make some different type of options. So you should know that hydrofracturing is a method used to extract shale gas. In this particular case, one vertical drilling and horizontal drilling and some mixture is injected, and then after that the shale gas is extracted. So you should know this term, hydrofracturing or fracking. Okay. Second is coal bed methane. For what is coal bed methane? Coal bed methane, the word is there, coal bed methane, means it is coal bed methane. It is also called coal bed gas or sweet gas. If you remember the first slide, in the first slide I have explained you what is sweet gas, sour gas, what is wet gas, what is dry gas. So what was the definition of sweet gas? That if hydrogen sulfide is present, then that particular gas is called sour gas. And if hydrogen sulfide is absent, then it is called sweet gas. So coal bed methane, it is an example of sweet gas, and it is a form of natural gas extracted from coal beds. The coal beds, this is a coal bed, from here this gas is obtained, that is a coal bed methane. And it contains very little heavier hydrocarbons, for example, propane or butane. And it also contains few percentage of carbon dioxide. Means it is a mixture of many gases. It is also like it's methane, but in that methane, it is not pure methane. Some hydrocarbons like propane, butane are also there. Carbon dioxide in little amount also there. So you should know coal bed methane. So what is the source? That is a coal bed is the source of this particular methane. And this particular methane is highly inflammable. So that is the risk for those coal miners. So when the coal miners will start digging that particular coal, then due to the inflammable nature, that it easily catches fire. Due to the inflammable natures, it is a very serious risk for the coal miners. You have to remember this point, that it is highly inflammable. And this coal bed methane is extracted to produce fuel like CNG. CNG, I have explained you, compressed natural gas. In the transportation we are using, so that the carbon dioxide and that greenhouse gas emission was less. So this is the coal bed methane. Okay, the source was that coal bed was the source, and the same the vertical drilling, horizontal drilling, and we will extract the methane gas. Not pure methane, some different type of hydrocarbons also present, propane, butane, carbon dioxide. Now you can see here in this particular image, this is the coal bed methane, unconventional, unassociated gas bearing shell, that is the shale gas reserve here. So that relative information you should know. And I think this particular section will also be covered in geography also in detail. Okay. So this particular question asked in prelims 2014. So you try and then comment in the comment section what should be the correct answer. You have to attempt the question, because when you will attempt the question, then you will start thinking then what should be the correct answer. And when you will start thinking, and then that analysis part will increase from time to time. It's a time taking process. What would be the answer? All the students have to try at least, then I will solve the question. Okay, so let's see what should be the answer. With reference to two non-conventional energy sources. Good, very good. You all have given the correct answer. With reference to two non-conventional sources called coal bed methane and shale gas. Consider the following statements. What are the correct statement? Coal bed methane is the pure methane gas extracted from coal seams, while shale gas is a mixture of propane and butane only. अब आपको मैंने अभी बताया कोल बेड मीथेन प्योर मीथेन नहीं है, उसमें डिफरेंट टाइप की गैसेस भी है. तो ये वाला स्टेटमेंट तो कैसा है, ये तो आपका रॉन्ग हो गया. तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट तो रॉन्ग हो गया. In India, abundant coal bed methane sources exist, but so far नो शेल गैस सोर्सेज हैज बीन फाउंड, अभी तक कोई शेल गैस का सोर्स नहीं मिला है. दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग because there were many sources where the shell gas was present. So in this case, answer will be D. Neither one nor two. This question was asked in prelims 2014. Now you can imagine that which type of questions are coming in examination. Now I have told you that there are many sources. So where the location where this shell gas is located. So these are the source. These are the locations where the shell gas is located. For example, this Krishna Godavari basin, Kaveri basin, this Kembe basin. This is the Vindhyan basin, Pranhita Godavari basin, Damodar basin, Upper Assam basin. So there are many locations where the shell gas reserve was present. So the option was that there is no shell gas sources have been found. So it is wrong. There are many locations where shell gas sources are available. Now we have understood that what is the shell gas, what is the coal bed methane. Now we are going some more gases also, because now we are covering the gases, then we will cover it comprehensively, so that that particular topic will be finished. So the question was asked regarding those gases also. We will solve that question later. But first of all, what is a water gas? So water gas, it is a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. CO plus H2. It is the water gas. Okay, how it is formed and this all this thing, chemistry related thing, it will not be important for us. If the gas is important and is in news, then you have to remember. Okay, so water gas, coal gas. Coal gas, it contains hydrogen, carbon monoxide, and methane, ethylene, and volatile hydrocarbons together with small quantities of non-calorific gases such as carbon dioxide and nitrogen. What all gases are present? You should have just idea about that. In coal gas, there are different gases, though there should be no confusion. Coal gas means hydrogen, carbon monoxide, methane, ethylene, all different gases. Okay, and it is produced when the coal is heated in the absence of air. This part is important. Coal gas is formed when the coal is heated in the absence of air, and it is also known as town gas. The other name is town gas, so you should not confuse with the different name. Okay, so water gas, CO plus H2. Coal gas, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, methane, ethylene, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, many gases are there. Next is synthesis gas. So synthesis gas, what all are the gases present in synthesis gases? Synthesis gas, in short, it is also called syngas. So it is primarily of hydrogen and carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. And very often some carbon dioxide also present here in synthesis gas. So syn gas, you should know, CO, H2, and some amount of carbon dioxide also present. And after that, LPG, which we use in household cooking. And LPG contain propane and butane and many other heavy hydrocarbons also. So mainly it contains propane and butane. You have to remember this thing, it is important. And how it is formed? LPG is formed that through the refining of the petroleum crude. I have told you that three steps. In the last step was refining process. Then the refining of the crude oil, one of the product is LPG gas. And what is the composition? Mainly it contains propane and butane. Now you can solve this question. That is the asked in prelims 2004. You go by elimination technique. One is CNG, coal gas, LPG, and water gas. What will be the answer? Please let me know in comment section. Go by elimination method. For whatever gas you are knowing, you solve that particular, you match that particular section, and go by that elimination technique. Yes, you are going in right direction. Whatever guess you are able to remember, first solve that particular, match the list, and then go by elimination technique. Remove the options which you are sure that it will not be the correct answer. So let's solve. Match list 1. Here in list 1 gases are mentioned. You are going in right direction, and here the composition is given: CNG, coal gas, LPG, water gas. So whatever you are able to remember, water gas, first we discussed that it is carbon monoxide plus hydrogen, carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. So water gas, what will be the correct matching? Carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So for D it should be 4. For D it should be sorry, D for 1, D it should be 1. Now remove the options where D is here, it is matched with 4, so 2 options removed. Now LPG I have told you that is propane and butane mainly it contains, so it will be for C it will be 2. Now remove again, here C is with 3, it should be 2, so it will be correct answer. And A, that is CNG, hydrogen, methane, carbon dioxide. B, that is the coal gas. That sorry C, this is related to A is related to 3, that is methane, ethane, and that coal gas that is related to 4, hydrogen, methane, carbon dioxide, and this should be the correct answer. So answer is B. So this way the questions are coming in prelims examination. Now we have covered the thing comprehensively. Now in this way you have to cover the thing. Now you have understood. We started from the that gas leak. Gas leak gas leak happen. What is the location? In that particular location, which national park? Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. And that which wetland is located, we discussed that wetland also. What important rivers or that climate and that flora fauna present in that national park, we discussed that also. That river was Brahmaputra river. So what all are the sources of so what is the source of Brahmaputra river and what are the tributaries of Brahmaputra river, that also we have discussed. And in geography part you will learn that is more comprehensive way, that drainage system. After that we discuss that natural gas, the natural gas is leaked. So for a UPSC point of view, the important topic is natural gas. That gas leak happen, locational aspect we covered, then it is natural gas. Then what is the composition of natural gas? Natural gas is a type of conventional gas source. Then we discuss non-conventional gases also, like coal bed methane, what is shale gas, what is their composition. After that we discuss some different gases also, like what is water gas, what is LPG, what is coal gas, and what is the that method to extract the that shale gas. This all this thing we discussed. What all are the sources, I mean where the location that is important for natural gas. So in this way you have to cover a particular topic. When you will cover a particular topic like in this way, then your preparation will be comprehensive. Then any type of question will come, you will be able to handle. That is for sure. Okay, so this particular exercise, in this way you have to cover the current affair part. Okay, and when you will cover through this current affair part, then the confidence level will be something different, that the people are uh, covering it section by section. For that this method, that the comprehensive coverage, that will give you more confidence as compared to section by section that coverage of current affair. So this particular exercise we will try to follow wherever it will be possible, because there I have limitation of time, means I have to allotted this environment current affair. So in this particular session I have covered geography aspect also, some that policy related issues also, like that health policy, what are locational aspect also. So this environmental related, what all are important facts, that we will cover in the class itself. And other things like something related to polity, something related to economy, something related to science and tech, something related to that locational aspect, like geography related locational aspect. This particular exercise, you have to develop the habit of this curiosity to know something, and that will help you to master the current affair. So now I am going to the particular that second our topic, that is the environmental performance index. So this particular index, why it is in news? This particular index is in news because recently in 2020 this environment performance index is released, and in this particular index India's ranking was 168, and in 2018 India's ranking was 167. So this exact ranking you may not able to remember, but you have to remember the trend in the sense that India's ranking improved or decreased. So in this case, ranking was, out of the 180 countries, India's ranking for this year is 168. Earlier it was 177. So India's ranking improved. So this improved part, if you will remember, it will be more than sufficient, because there are a lot of index and the reports. You will not be able to remember all the reports, all the index, but those indexes which are in news, and that you have to remember. Okay, in this year's prelims question was not regarding index and report, but from last 3 to 4 years, every year one question, at least one, for some years two questions also asked regarding the index and report. So you do not go by this trend that this year the question was not present, so next year also that index question will not be present. We don't know. We have to prepare it, whatever in important thing in news, we have to prepare it comprehensively, because maybe this year they ask 2 or 3 questions, because the UPSC know that the student will be go by the market trend that this year question was not present, so all the coaching institute will give it less weightage, so that maybe UPSC asked 2 or 3 questions, because in 2018 2 questions asked regarding that index and report part. So 2 questions means 4 marks, and this is very simple question, because in index and part they cannot go so much of deep. They can ask what is, who released this index, what is the India's ranking at exact ranking they don't ask, just the trend, means ranking is increasing, ranking is decreasing. If in any particular index India's ranking suddenly increase or suddenly decrease, then it become important for that particular year's prelims examination. If suddenly ranking is increasing or suddenly ranking is decreasing, then it is important. Okay, so for this environment performance index, India's ranking improved from 2018. This ranking was 177, but in this year 2020 the ranking was 168. It is a biennial index. Biennial means in every 2 year it is released. Sometimes the word is come biannually. Biannually means 2 times in a year, but here biannually means in 2 years one time this index is released. So in 2018 the rank was 177, but now in 2020, after the 2 years, the rank improved to 168. And who prepared this index? This index is prepared by Yale and Columbia University, and the collaboration with the World Economic Forum. Very important. These all three institutions are regarding releasing the environment performance index: Yale University, Columbia University, and World Economic Forum. This World Economic Forum is very important. It releases many report and indexes. Okay, so what it means, what this report suggests? This report is environmental performance, means किसी government की which type of policies they are following. So those following are in the line of the environment performance, means environment conservation or not. They are analyzing the performance of those policies in the conservation of environment. So it offers a scorecard that highlights the leaders and laggards in environmental performance and provides practical guidance also for countries that aspire to move towards a sustainable futures. I have told you its ranking is out of 180 countries, 32 performance indicators and 11 categories. That all these things, that what all are the 32 performance indicators, 11 categories, that we no need to remember. Okay. Environmental health and ecosystem vitality. And this index it is quantifying and numerically marking the environmental performance of a state's policies. Means if the state policies are according to the environment conservation or not, this particular index is analyzing that part. So if for India, specific information is that all South Asian countries except Afghanistan were ahead of India in the ranking. इंडिया जो अफगानिस्तान के अलावा सारी की सारी साउथ एशियन कंट्रीज है वो इंडिया से आगे है. तो ये वाला फैक्ट आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है. ओके, तो इंडिया की रैंकिंग इस ईयर के लिए कितनी थी? 168. और जो डिफरेंट इंडिकेटर्स जो मैंने अभी बताया 11 इंडिकेटर्स है जिसके बेस पे रैंक्स को प्रोवाइड किया गया है. वो इंडिकेटर्स कौन कौन से हैं? फॉर एग्जांपल हेल्थ, एयर क्वालिटी, सैनिटरी एंड ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, हैवी मेटल्स, waste management, ecosystem vitality, biodiversity, ecosystem services, fisheries, climate change, pollution emission, agriculture, water resources. So all these categories, 11 categories जिसके बेस पे इसको डिसाइड किया गया है. इसमें इंडिया की रैंकिंग्स ये सब याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको सिर्फ इतना याद रखना है कि इंडिया की जो परफॉर्मेंस है in 2018 it was 177 and now it is improved to 168 out of the 180 countries. okay, जैसे कि ये किससे रिलेटेड है? एनवायरमेंटल परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स. तो आपको पता है कि एनवायरमेंट कंजर्वेशन से रिलेटेड यही सारी कैटेगरीज होगी. तो अगर इस कभी क्वेश्चन ऐसा आ भी जाए, एक बार ऐसे क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है जैसे ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस. ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस की 10 कैटेगरीज है. तो 10 कैटेगरीज पे ऐसे क्वेश्चन आया था कि इनमें से कौन सी कैटेगरी नहीं है. तो उसके अंदर एक पर्टिकुलर ऑप्शन था लॉ एंड ऑर्डर. तो ऐसे अभी ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस किससे रिलेटेड है? आपका जो बिजनेस को प्रमोट करने के लिए उससे रिलेटेड है ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस रिपोर्ट. तो वर्ल्ड बैंक के द्वारा रिपोर्ट को रिलीज किया जाता है. तो वहाँ पे जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर वाला कंपोनेंट है वो इसके जो इंडिकेटर्स थे 10 इंडिकेटर्स उसके अंदर नहीं था. तो उस पर ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है. तो वैसे ये इंडिकेटर्स आपको सारे याद नहीं रखने हैं बट आपको जनरल आइडिया होगा वैसे भी कि दिस इज रिलेटेड टू एनवायरमेंटल परफॉर्मेंस. सो इट इज रिलेटेड टू एनवायरमेंटल कंजर्वेशन. तो ये सारे जो इंडिकेटर्स है वो किससे रिलेटेड है? एनवायरमेंट को कंजर्व करने से रिलेटेड, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट से रिलेटेड. सो आप इजीली ऑड मैन आउट करके ऑप्शंस को एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं कि हाँ ये पर्टिकुलर थिंग एनवायरमेंट से रिलेटेड नहीं है तो आप उसको एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं. तो इस तरह से ये वाला पार्ट हमने कवर किया. तो आज की क्लास के लिए हम इतना ही रखते हैं. हम नेक्स्ट क्लास से हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे. और आज की क्लास में आपको किसी भी टाइप का कोई दिक्कत या फिर क्लास कैसी लगी, इसमें आप किसी भी टाइप का आपको लगता है कि हाँ ये चीज़ और इसमें इम्प्रूव होनी चाहिए तो आप मुझे सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं. वॉट एवर पॉसिबल थिंग होगी मैं उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करने की कोशिश करूँगा. हाँ, डाउट आ रहा है? क्या डाउट है बताइए. Concept of biomagnification. Okay. Concept of biomagnification, although we will cover in static part, but now you are asking, so I am explaining here. I think you have not attended our static part. Last class topic. Okay. Last class you already attended, but you have doubt about bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Okay. No problem. I am again explaining you. Okay. The word is bioaccumulation. And another one is biomagnification. Okay. For example, this is the producers. This is the primary consumer dependent on this producer. Secondary consumer dependent on primary consumer. Tertiary consumer dependent on secondary consumer. For example, if any pollutant enters, for example, in this particular trophic level, and if the concentration of that particular pollutant increases in that trophic level only, then it will be called bioaccumulation. And if the concentration of that pollutant increases when we move from higher trophic level, then it will be called biomagnification. So bioaccumulation talks about same trophic level. If the concentration of the pollutant is increasing, then it will be called bioaccumulation. And if the concentration of pollutants is increasing with the higher trophic level, then it will be called biomagnification. This particular part I have explained with the help of example in that image also. In the image which I included in the last class, here it was the image. Here there were fishes were there, fish. That in that fish, the same trophic level, the concentration was increased. And here the one fish was there, then different type of species was there, third type of species was there, fourth type of species was there. And now the concentration of pollutant was increasing when we moving from one trophic level to another trophic level. Then it will be called biomagnification. And here it will be called bioaccumulation. So bioaccumulation term is used for one particular trophic level species, and biomagnification will be used for different trophic level species. Okay, is it clear? You see that image which I have included. Now I think you, when you will see that image, you will be able to catch what I have explained. Okay, so any other thing? Okay, you understood? Okay, good, very good. And that revision that I have told in last class also, revision is very important. Revision should be part of your timetable. Revision is not a different isolated exercise. It should be your part of exercise. Particular time you have to devote every day in your timetable schedule, study schedule, because study, as whatever study is important, revision is also very important. Why it is important? In second class I have explained you that what is the importance of revision. So you have to revise the thing every day. You have to allot some particular time according to your timetable, because otherwise you will, till examination you will read so much of information, and at last you will be in a depression. If you have not revised the thing, there is no conceptual clarity, then confidence will not come, and the confidence will not come, then that prelims stage will be very difficult. So revision is very important. So today I am ending this class here itself, and thank you. Thanks for watching. We will meet for this next class. Okay, you are able to understand the concept properly. Okay. It is my primary work. If you are gaining confidence, that is my work which will fulfill. Because whatever thing I will try to explain, I will try to incorporate more and more number of questions, more number of images, so that you have to devote the less time, because you can devote that time in other subjects also. Okay, so today we are finishing here itself, and we will again meet for current affair class with some very important and new topic in the same comprehensive manner. But right now sir have assigned me only environment concepts, means environment current affair related part. So from now onwards I will focus on environment part, and further whatever will be the allotment according to the your feedback, we will further continue it with different topics and subjects also. Thank you.